It is finally happening. You guys wanted a real comparison between the HornBlasters Dixie horn and my current Dixie horn I've had on my truck for over a year now, and it's finally happening. But first we got to go get some supplies for the new Dixie horn. On the way, I'm going to be showing off the current Dixie horn so we can compare them head to head with the new Dixie horn I have now. So the first thing I want to talk about with this old horn from Amazon is its consistency. Its consistency is trash at best. Like, sometimes it will be fast, a lot of times it'll be really slow, and I used to think it was because my alternator went out, but now that I've kind of looked back on my footage when I first got the Dixie horn, I kind of realized the quality of the musical horn kind of went down over the course of a year. So I'm hoping with HornBlasters that the horn is faster, it's consistent, the longevity especially, because I don't want to be buying a Dixie horn like every year and a half because it just gets worse over time. So I'm going to keep playing the current Dixie horn so you guys can kind of get a perspective of what this is like and then what the HornBlasters Dixie horn is like. And probably the biggest thing with this video is I'm going to be honest. If I don't like the Dixie horn, I'm not going to rep it. But I'm sure there's going to be no issues with that, especially with the quality that HornBlasters has kind of shown me with the two other horns I have from them. I have the Sniper horn and the Uga horn. Those weren't sponsored. This one's sponsored, but they're not paying me to make this video. They just gave me a discount on the horn. So I told them that I'm going to be honest with this review. If it blows my mind, then it blows my mind. But if I don't like it and I won't rep it, then I won't rep it. And this is the goal of the video. I want to find the best Dixie horn that's not the original on the market for the everyday person trying to enjoy and recreate their fond memories with the Dukes of Hazzard TV show. Because my truck is themed after the General Lee, so I take great pride in what Dixie horn I use. So right now it kind of has a medium pace to it. That's not the fastest it's ever been, but that's definitely not anywhere near as slow as it sometimes is. So that's good. And the thing you got to keep in mind with electric horns too is if your voltage is low, if your truck's off or your car's off, it's going to be slow. So one thing I would like to test out in the future is the remote horn, the wireless remote horn, and put it on the Dixie horn and see if it's usable, if the Dixie horn is really slow when there's not a constant ampage coming out because of the alternator not being on. So we'll see. We'll see where this thing goes in the future. I'm really excited to work with HornBlasters. That kicked the camera back. I'm glad I got that on camera. That's the fastest this horn goes. So if we could catch the slowest this thing goes, we got the holy trinity of how random this Dixie horn is. So he played his horn back, so I had to hit him with the Uga horn. All right, we got the goodies in the bag. Now it's time to go install this, which will be a separate video. The installation video will be separate. However, this is the comparison video, so let's compare the new Dixie horn, shall we? We have successfully installed the Dixie horn from HornBlasters, so here's your first sample. I really like this horn. It's a lot louder and a lot faster. The one thing I'll say about the HornBlasters Dixie horn, though, is the sound reverb off of objects. So if I'm around like this truck right here or like a building, the first couple notes kind of seem like it blows out to your ears. It's kind of weird to describe, but I'm sure you guys can hear it. See, that was good. That was a good run. I really like that one. So this is a great horn. It sounds great, and we're gonna find out if that ricochet happens when you're away from the truck. So I'm gonna find somewhere where I can set up the camera, put the mic where the camera is, and see if it's just like hearing from inside the cab that has that ricochet, because if it's just inside the cab that hears the ricochet, then I won't feel as bad for it. But regardless, this horn sounds a lot better than my old one for sure, and a lot more consistent so far. One of the best things too is when I'm gonna play a horn for someone, like say on a sidewalk and I'm going 30 miles per hour, if I hit the horn, it will finish before I pass them. The old horn, I would pass them and I'd be like 200 feet away from them by the time it gets done playing. And if you've seen a couple of my older videos with my first Dixie horn, after it passes you or the camera, it kind of distorts. I don't know if it happens with this one. We'll have to figure that out too. All right, now that you guys have an idea about what the horn sounds like, let's go to the field and see if it sounds any different when you're away from the truck. Now that I think about it, the field that I'm going to doesn't have like any buildings or surroundings near it, so I can't really test the reverb on that. But if you guys would like to see a short form video on me testing that to see if it sounds different from whoever's in front of the horn, let me know and I could definitely do that. I just gotta go to work in an hour, so I don't have time to find somewhere where I won't be a bother to society. So I'm gonna go to my trusty old field to test this real quick. And before I do so, I do want to let you guys know that I really appreciate the support on the channel. I grew, I think, 42 subscribers in a week and a half, and that's absolutely crazy. I thank you guys so much, because I've been doing YouTube since 2017 across 4 different channels. This is obviously the newest and the one that's actually gaining traction. So it's really nice for me to actually produce content that is useful for people. And of course, if this video is useful to you, let me know by liking the video. That always helps out the video. At the time of recording this clip, I'm at 455 subscribers, and at the beginning of June, I was at 400, I think. So you guys are crushing it. Thank you very much. Hey, going in reverse. If you have a Dixie horn on the way or planning to buy a Dixie horn, keep an eye out for my installation video on this Dixie horn so you know how to professionally install your Dixie horn. I also show you a pretty cheap and easy way to make it look really nice on your vehicle.